Hello, all. Welcome to another week. They just seem to be, I said that last time, but man, they fly by and then we're ready to go. Um, Lots going on this week, but you know what? It's really interesting. Just looking at it. Um, I'll just talk about some of the conjunctions and portals and things like that going on. Um, but it looks like just looking at it, including the full moon on Saturday, in Sagittarius. It's a strawberry moon. Um, it just feels like the energy is lighter. It's bringing in um, more fruitful, being a strawberry moon, um, things for us. So where we've been trying to manifest and getting stuck and all of that stuff, it's like it seems to be like stuff is starting to materialize in this next week. So the first thing we have is there's a couple things going on. I didn't write the dates down of these, but it's during this week. But they kind of all point to the same thing. So Venus, uh, the star, the planet of love, is going to move into the sign of Leo. It's going to stay there for 4 months. So through the summer. Um, it brings that love. It brings love. It brings abundance and money. And it brings it into the heart, the ruler of the heart, which is Leo. So that's why I say I feel like that is starting to indicate to us that, yeah, things are going to start materializing, which is great because now we'll see the fruits of our labor, right? Of all this manifestation work and clearing the shadow and that kind of thing. Um, there's also the North Node is conjunct to Jupiter, which bring opportunities for spiritual and material wealth. So again, um, yeah, our abundance factor is going up. And and the kind of the theme of the moon too, Sagittarius. Well, I'm a Sag, so I understand like it's about, philosophical pursuits, spirituality, that kind of thing. But what it kind of sounds like it's really about this time is the gift to create for us to create a more beautiful world. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you about this week is, there's lots of times I've said on here, you know, manifest, like your best, like be doing your work about dreaming about what your perfect world looks like or what a better world looks like. Um, and I think this time with the love and the compassion coming from our hearts, is that we basically need to change up just a bit what we're manifesting, but in the way that it's like to help the planet. So what can you manifest for the planet itself? Like, so things we would want to envision is like better ways of living. So in try manifesting like clean drinking water for all, healthy, wholesome food for all, like very accessible, um, happy, connected communities, and all of that. And so we're really it's been really interesting week because in about two or three of my client sessions, it really came up about Gaia really strongly, that she was calling us home, like to let us know we're about to have a homecoming. We're the next shift we're going through, and I think that this shift would be the 4 months coming up. So through the summer, um, is that we really need to connect with her and let her hold us safely and securely. And she's going to help us move through this next big shift. But the way we do that is connecting to her through nature and getting as grounded and steady as possible. And then we start to envision her in a better state than what we're currently dealing with. So again, if you're if you're hesitant, like you're not really sure what your future world looks like, um, wish what the overall world looks like because you will still be living in that world. And so what are the things we need to see there? Um, so yeah, it just a lot of this is like about abundance, having optimism, and really positive energy starting to flow in finally. Like, and so I think, just it's kind of nice. It's a breath of fresh air. It's not going to be such a slog and a struggle. And then not at the end of this week, but the start of next week, we're getting close to the 6/6 portal. That portal always opens the energy and the gateway to solstice. So they'll as we get into that in the next week and then moving forward, I'm sure there will be a lot going on in that time period. But I really feel like it is. It's like, we are the gardeners now. We've planted our seeds. We just need to nurture, water, tend to, and enjoy gardening, right? Like it's not we're out there. Oh, this is such hard work. It's like no, like let's start to have that love emanating out of us as we see things bloom and grow and change. So, yeah, it's exciting. There's lots going on, but it finally seems like we're on sort of the more positive track of things. Um, yeah, let's see what the cards say for the week. And this reading will include the Saturday full moon read on here, and meditation. I just haven't figured out the meditation yet. So yeah, let's see. What did we get? Strength. Yeah, this is the one. I wisely use my life force energy to create and direct my good work in the world. In the world and for the world, right? So I always say this too is the card of us coming out of the darkness, the light, the light is bursting through the trees. It's lighter energy. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's not just all doom and gloom. It's funny though, because we've got the jaguar and the tiger, but it's also like there almost should be a lion on this card, right? Because we're also moving into getting closer to Lionsgate in August. So those energies are building up. So it's also just a reminder that of, everything that we've gone through till this point is what's made us strong and stronger. And now we have the strength to finish this, to keep moving forward and bringing the light. Good times. Love it. All right, let's take a look at this one and see. And then for the strange thing though is that like I was really guided particularly for the cards we'll read for each day, because there's still a lot going along with this the sort of the masculine and feminine energy. Um, they're both in this period of rising within us, and we're learning to merge them together. So yeah, so I was really drawn to use the divine feminine oracle, um, and then I used the keepers of the light and the uh, angels and ancestors, but I just pulled out the more masculine aspects. And then the Rose Oracle I find is just sort of like a good blend of those two divine energies. So yeah, it just came up for whatever reason intuitively that that's what we were dealing with this week was you know allowing these energies to keep rising, but to nurture them and merge them and really participate in them. So we got context. This card for me is like the inner child card. Um, but the dragonfly at throat chakra. So again, things are like there's still stuff coming up in the world, and it needs to like it's developing. It's you know the new we in order to move forward. We've gone over this a million times in the forward. We have to clean up the past. So, but this, like I said, this garden that we're growing right now seems to be, it's definitely more healing. Um, there's more freedom coming, more excitement, and trying to and take an almost adventure, like make this. make this happy, fun work moving for these next few months, right? Full of love, full of compassion, and just, yeah, just know that we've got the strength to do it. And we do need, I never like the word context on it. Just like the dragonfly for me is always just like, um, yeah, it's just a really good talisman of good things to come. But because it's at her throat chakra in that card, it's really about like, and the inner child, all that connection is, I really feel like we're really going to understand more fully who we really are, right, in this world, like energy wise. Um, yeah. So we also got the karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewriting your story, and living your truth. That's the clarifying card. So making sure that like at throat chakra again, throat, I always say throat chakra and third eye, right? Third eye is where we should be taking in our information and discerning there what resonates for us and what is true for us, and then speaking that through throat chakra with pure discernment and alignment. So, yeah, it looks like just the start of this week is a bit about just still on that path of like we're still writing our story. Um, so make sure the things that you're saying and doing are in alignment with your soul. So spend that time if you haven't done that work already. Um, and just know like this is the part that strengthens us up for the rest of this journey. So, um, and like I said, it feels like we're heading into a bit more energetic, lighter times. So take advantage of that, and as you do the work, try to make it an adventure or exciting, or really start to stoke up our personal energy around this, our positive energy around this. So let's take a look at the day by day and see. But yeah, by all indications, we're just getting ready to um, merge both masculine and feminine energy and move forward as a strong, united, aligned being. So pretty exciting in my picture. Okay, welcome to Monday. So, like I said, I'm reading from the Divine Feminine Oracle, and then I mixed together two decks, which I've never done, um, for the masculine element, and then the rose to kind of balance it all out. So, yeah, we'll just see. We'll see how it works. Okay. Okay, so it looks like out there, what I'm picking up is it's interesting because the strength card that came up at the beginning, um, and I almost said it when I was reading it, but I still am getting the feeling like lots of you out there are feeling like, I don't want to say depleted, but and defeated, but just that you don't have the strength to do this. Um, but the thing is that you do. It's going to be fine. So the feminine, we got Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. That's just perfectly saying it, like you have this ability, all these abilities to manifest, to create. So, like I talked about this energy portal that we're in this for this week, um, is like we gotta dream big. And so again, if you're having that resistance where you're like, you can't quite see what you want for yourself exactly, or how that would even work, and it's kind of thwarting your manifestation a bit, start to put your energy into what you can wish for the collective, for all of us, right? Like something really simple as the drinking water, right? that everybody on this planet has clean access to clean, healthy drinking water. Like everybody, every single man, woman, child, um, animal, plant, everything, right? So that's just one. You can just work on that. We need that strength in numbers of us coming up with this, you know, energy, like rising that energy up. The masculine aspect we got was the stag, trust and thrive. So, yeah, it's just really saying like the possibilities are endless and limitless, and like get out of your head, and you came here as a soul to do this exact thing. So we have to start trusting ourselves, trusting the universe, again, abundance, and then starting to thrive as that stuff comes in. So Monday is still looking like it's a bit tricky for us, but I just want to like make sure that it's like we're getting this deep uh, like message that we are good enough. The last card to blend it all together is the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. So, yeah, I think too, like, just in how we've been feeling the time moving so fast, is that's going to slow down a little bit for us now so that we're able to kind of enjoy this summer. Um, we are still healing our heart and we're still having a lot of emotions. The key word in this, though, I think is going to be the connection. So that just, that brings me back to like another thing we can wish for and manifest is happy, connected communities. So just really kind of focusing our energy on Monday to just, it's having a little more belief in ourselves, and that we are doing this good work. And yeah, we're just coming in, like I said, we're just gardening. We've just planted the seeds. They're not going to spring up the next day, right? We still have to water and allow sunlight to come in, and nurture that garden. And then, we're heading into the time period though where we're going to start to see things pop up out of the ground. And then, again, they're not just going to sprout out of the ground and be done like the next day. It's like we don't harvest till close to the end of summer, right? It needs that 4 months of growth, right? We and New Earth are going through that exact same growth. So, there's a bit of like patience needed there, right? It's coming. Just keep tending to it, right? Keep doing your work and keep the part about the limitless, because your soul is limitless, is like keep doing the work, right? Keep doing the work. Keep trying to manifest. You may not have seen any results yet up to this point, but they're coming. That's the big thing. They're coming, coming, coming. So, yeah, it's just a little more belief in self for Monday. All right, let's see what's going on Tuesday. Yeah, it's such an interesting like space we're in, but like I just want to make sure that you guys are like whoever's listening, you know, we've we've got this, you guys. We can do this. We are doing this. It's I just want to make sure, and it's hard not to have doubt sometimes. You know, we got this. Okay. Oh, this is very. Ah, 1 second here. Yeah, this week we're really being asked to look at like what our dreams and desires are, and I think a lot of the times too, we like when we're trying to manifest, we hold ourselves back because we don't have enough belief in ourselves, right? That it's possible. So it's really working on that little concept of like of loving yourself more and believing that you are this divine magical being, right? Okay, so for Tuesday, we got Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. We are all this warrior of light. I have a steel like faith in myself. Oh, couldn't make this. The angels armor me with conviction. Okay, this is like the point of this whole week on Tuesday so far. We have to develop this cloak of armor, right? This warrior energy, this light, right? Bringing forth this light and having steel like faith in yourself, and knowing the angels have your back. You also got the hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Again, that word desires is coming up. So it's starting to really move forward in that warrior energy. Um, but blending the you know the light and the dark, and the masculine and the feminine, and just having more faith in ourselves, and that we need to um, we need to be discerning and tracking down the things that are important to us, and really having conviction. Conviction is a good word. Is that in it? Yeah. The angels armor me with conviction. So just again, it's all about keeping doing the work. And then the rose card that we got to blend it all. Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. So yeah, this is us learning to manipulate. It's not the right word. To bring these two energies together within our soul and to work them. So the way we are going to do that balance, though, uh, is that we have to be grounded and um, and plant ourselves, and then allow this integration to happen. Like the key there too is that the angels are helping us with that. It's just like we have to do all those little pieces of our work, right? What are our fears? What are our desires? Where do we want to head? What do we want to see? And then starting to embody that. We talked about this for like the last couple of weeks too, is that we've been doing all this work, but now it's time to bring that high dense energy down into the body and into the, grounded into Mother Earth, and start to put uh, things into action so that we see tangible results of our desires and manifestations that we wish to, you know, have come forth. So, wow, that's Tuesday. It's just a little bit, but it's just like get yourself grounded and start to feel into these energies and allow them to integrate, and then we can take grounded action. That's Tuesday. Okay, looking at Wednesday. I gotta say, I feel like I bit off more than I could chew though with this reading. It's like I I'm understanding the messages that are coming through, but they're quite detailed, and so try to keep this not to keep this video short, but I mean, you have to keep them within about an hour with YouTube, I think. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, what did I do? What did I do? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Uh, yeah, it's not that they're like complicated messages. They're just a little kind of in depth, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Someone give me a card. Funny too, so far I think we've only had there we go. Okay. We've only had like one of the cards just from one of the decks come in. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Wednesday. The energy, feminine energy of white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. That's awesome. I wouldn't be surprised then if Wednesday's the day that Venus moves into Leo. I'm gonna have to look that up. Didn't look it up ahead of time, maybe. I should do that now, but I don't know if we have time. So yeah, it feels like this is where we start to shift into the heart, which I knew was coming up. Um, like with that Venus moving into Leo. It's just Venus. I'm just looking at my phone. Into, oops, June 5th. Oh, it's not till the 5th. So, interesting. Well, we're gearing up to it, I guess. White Buffalo Calf Woman. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Oh my gosh. I would love to, like, I think I might call the video that. The path of love is true abundance. So by Wednesday, really now we're starting to move more into the heart centered energy. We also got as our masculine representative Serapis Bay, which is the Ascension card. Move into your true self. Oh my God, guys. They're just like hammering us with this. They're like, figure out who you are, know that you're good enough, that you have lots of energy and stuff, and move forward, right? And then the last card we got to blend it all together is We Are Nature. Becoming grounded, embodiment, oh my God, living in connection. Okay, seriously? I don't even feel like I need to finish reading this because it's just almost saying the same thing. But by Wednesday, we're starting to move into this more love energy, the Venus, Venus energy coming up strongly, um, using our heart as the compass for where we move forward, but also like moving into this piece about moving into our true self. That's really what ascension is all about. The bottom part of that Serapis Bay card also says, rise above the darkness. The light is here, right? Going right back to that beginning card of the strength card is the light is coming through the trees. And like, it's like, not that it's go time, but here it's like the energy is rising up. So being in the heart, but again, staying as grounded and connected to nature and Mother Earth as possible. As we start to integrate and embody these energies and begin living this new life in connection with it all. So, wow, I mean, that's a big lot of stuff going on in one sort of energetic day. But yeah, just I would say stay in your heart, stay on the path of love, and we will find that true abundance that we are looking to manifest as this new earth, right? So that's Wednesday. Okay, let's look at Thursday. Yeah, I could just like it's funny because when I did the intro, it really was exactly about, you know, just the way the planets are aligning and conjuncting each other and that kind of stuff was all about spiritual and material wealth and gaining those and getting more into love. Um, yeah. So it's kind of funny. The cards are kind of just really reflecting that. So good choice, I guess, on the cards. uh, please. Oh, Thursday is interesting. We're getting like two cards for both. So, okay. Interesting. Okay. We got two cards for both masculine and feminine. So the first feminine card is Mary Magdalene, the apostle of the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Again, um, just really reiterating to us that we're we're both at the same time. We're human. We have this human life to live. We're also the divine having a human experience, right? The thing with the Magdala too is that she's also the teacher awakening. So I'd say that's also like paying attention to that um, is starting to like yeah again like using your throat chakra to speak your truth, right? That context card of like context for me is really like it's how we interpret or put things into a category or whatever it is we're going to do, um, and that you know that in that context we've spoken it properly so that we have really you know laid out exactly who we are so there's no misinterpretation of that, right? We also got Ananda Maya Ma, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So, yeah, again, it's just like we are the teacher, we are the guru. We've been doing all this work, and it's not just for ourselves and our development. Like, we do need to ask questions about the rest of the world, and be manifesting for the collective as well. So just know that we're kind of getting a little nudge here on Thursday to start speaking our truth, but also that's how we teach others, um, right? But don't go spewing that to people that they're not, if they're not asking for it, but you may start to find you're having encounters where people are starting to question things, and they ask you. So it's time to kind of step up. And the reason I'm also saying that is because the masculine side of things is we got Mercury, which is open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. It is. It's not the easiest thing speaking your truth, especially when we're going to include this next card, which is the Divine Director. Intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided, and happiness is your purpose. Um, it's just, yeah, it's just like this nudge that we have to start stepping up and speaking up about who we are and what we uh, what we want to do on this planet, what we're trying to do, which is the be all end all, which is the last card, which is funny because it's rapture. Or so I always think of the rapture because it usually ties into awakening. This one's interesting though because it's sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. So it's all those wrapped into one, right? Um, it's just really asking us to like start to pour our heart out. Like we've got to start making these connections with others and embodying them. And then the key word in that one though is definitely love, right? That's the energy we want to head in and be in, like on a more permanent basis, right? And really be enjoying life. Like I said, the last few weeks, definitely, they've been a struggle. They've felt hard and harsh, and um, it didn't feel like there was a lot of joy or love in those moments. So this week is really just kind of letting us know, like, it is okay to enjoy this life and find moments of happiness and joy and love, and really start to embody them. Right? That's how we grow into um, this next phase. Is we got to take our little dial and turn love up to 11, right? Like we just need to start like beaming it out because it's time. So that's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Okay. All right. Friday. And then tomorrow will be the moon read. So different cards. So let's see, cards. We're wrapping up the week with you. The balancing of masculine and feminine energies. What do we need to know before we head into the moon? Yeah. Right. Okay, one second here. Okay. I feel like those ones are pretty stiff. They're still not quite worked in as cards, so they're hard to shuffle. Ah, these cards. These ones are well worked in. Okay. Got two there. Yeah. Okay. So the first card for Friday is Perpetua, the Saint of Authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Man, this has been just like the thread through the whole thing is about being our authentic self, speaking our truth. Like it's just been, well, if you've watched up till now, you've seen every day what this is about. It's going to be hard for me to title this video because I don't really know. There's so many pieces. Okay, So again, just for Friday, staying true to yourself, your authentic self, really getting a sense of who that is. We also got karma releasing with Saint Germain. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Yeah, it's just, uh, it feels like it's like we, I think we all feel like we take one step forward and then two steps back. Um, I would say like the thing is that when the word drama comes up, it's not always just like our own personal thing, it's other people's stuff. And so we just like yeah, you might come out and say this is who I am and this is my truth and blah 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 blah. And there's still gonna be people that are like, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, you've lost your mind, like whatever they're gonna say. We just there's not time for that anymore. So just, when those situations come up, instead of trying to fix or heal them, it's almost time to just let the karma release and burn off. Create your own path. You have to make the room for this new and good energy. If we're like allowing people to poop on us, and that takes us right back to Monday where we're just like, I'm not good enough to do this. Who do I think I am? That has completely pulled us off our path and into low energy. So we've got to keep this reminder that we want to always be bringing in the good energy. So make room for it. And how you make room for that is if there's a bunch of people or naysayers or situations, it just might be time to finally let those go. I know that's harsh. The other thing we got for with that masculine energy is the earth guardian. Again, stay rooted and grounded. Like, I think like an overall good practice for this week then is going to be making sure you're connecting with nature, connecting with Mother Earth, making sure you're feeling uh, grounded and safe and secure and rooted, and just really dig into her and ask her to help you and hold you. I think that's what she's asking us to do anyway. Like I said, it's kind of like this homecoming. Like she wants us close for this next uh, shift of things. So yeah, staying rooted and grounded, and then but always, 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 always going back to the heart center, and and just embodying everything with love, right? And the integration card we got, the rose card, is the rose thread. Inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. Yeah, it is. It's hard. I know when you go out and speak your truth, and it can be, people are, if they're not ready for it too, that they will say some pretty nasty things. Um, it's we just have to get to the point now where we stop believing them. Like, don't believe them because it's not true. So yeah, it's an interesting week. We've got like we do have a lot of we still have lots of work to do like we always do, but it's just really, you know, really coming down to the self um and just yeah, the belief in ourself is so important, it sounds like. So all right, that's for Friday. Coming up will be the Saturday read, but it's for the moon in Sagittarius. So let's see what that's all about. Welcome to the moon read for June 3rd, which is Saturday, the Sagittarius full moon, strawberry moon. Um, I kind of like the idea of the strawberry moon just because it's like, um, yeah, it's fresh. You know, when you just like um, all the amazing sensations, like when you bite into a nice fresh summer strawberry, um, that just has it. Like I said, the energy of this week feels like, as always, we have lots of work to do with ourselves and our belief about ourselves. But by the moon on Saturday, um, that the energy seems to be, and moving forward, lightening up for us. And also, there's this piece around, you know, Um, the big thing that I quoted was um, this is a chance for us to um, discover our gifts and to create a beautiful world. So, if or say if you're going to do any manifestation work during this moon, or just even a moon ceremony, is start to create, um, again, visions of the things you want to see. We said it earlier in the week, but these can simply be things like if for that you need for yourself and your the way you would like to live your lifestyle. But it could just also be manifesting things for the planet itself. Um, really, like just the basic concepts of how we want to live a better life and create better energy on this planet, um, create a cleaner, healthier, more loving planet with close communities, um, working in tandem with each other and not being divisive. Um, so, it can be something as simple, like I said earlier in the week, is just manifesting clean drinking water for the entire planet. Not just for the entire planet, um, but all its inhabitants. So, us, like not just our drinking water, but animals and plants and trees. So, that's in itself, that is a big wish. But if enough of us are working on manifesting that, then it'll go a lot easier, right? So, I'm gonna do a portal card. I just want to see what it says the overall theme of this moon is. Um, some of the words surrounding this moon, though, are really nice. So, continued healing, freeing, or more freedom coming in, which is good. And then excitement and adventure. So, like, yeah, the last few through the eclipse, even through the beginning of, if we go back to January, a lot of the work we've had to do has been really tough. Like I said in my energy group on the weekend, it's just like slogging through the mud and you know not able to find pockets of joy here and there, but overall not a lot. It hasn't been very joyful time. It's been heavy and a little bit hard. And so that's why I love this analogy of this strawberry moon, because we're just about to like bite into this new, refreshing sweetness of and lightness, and just when you eat that strawberry too, you can just feel the you know it's just such a process of like joy coming through in all our senses, right? Okay, let's see what it's very interesting. These cards are very similar in color and design. Um, that's too funny. Okay. The first one we got for this overall thing of this moon, and then moving forward, is the Hathor Light Codes, Light Immersion, Full System Upgrade, Power Recall. So, yeah, just again, moving forward now in this accelerated energy, um, into more of who we are truly energy wise. And then we got the sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. It's funny, those words came up a lot through the week too, right? And again, sensuality is not just related to sexuality. Um, it's a feeling within us too, right? It is that biting into this a fresh strawberry. It's that it takes over every emotion and is just like flooding us with pure enjoyment and bliss, right? Sensuality doesn't have to come from being with someone. It can just be a moment of like really letting your full body experience joy and bliss. And yeah, so I would say that definitely is sort of like this moon. Maybe you just want to go get yourself a bowl of strawberries or cherries and decadently enjoy them out in this summer weather. Hopefully that will continue wherever you are in the world. Okay, but let's look at what the moon uh, overall has to say Let's see. We're going to do 3 of each. What's the overall point of this Sagittarius uh, full moon on June? Ooh, it's interesting. We got 2 Leo cards. Funny, the new moon and the full moon. Which is not funny because every time we head into the Lionsgate season of August, like I said, I always get lots of strong Leo energy like way earlier. Um, and if you're watching this as part of the full week card read, we got the strength card, which I said was like it's still that lion energy coming through. Um, yeah, like we're being asked to like really not just step up and show and take pride in our who we are and what we believe, but really and show ourselves off, right? In a non-egotistical way. Um, but just yeah, it's just time to kind of step up and be brave and move forward and lead. Like leading's coming in a little bit. So the first card we got with the Moonology deck for this moon is still it's time to release negativity. And near the end of the week read, it was coming up. Like again, we're still, I think, experiencing resistance from others, um, and that is tripping us up and making us not believe in ourselves. But what we're being really like pressured to do with, particularly with this moon, is to just let that negative energy go and let it roll off, like water off a duck's back, and just it doesn't matter. It needs to not matter to us. We need to have the conviction in ourselves that that was a word that came up with couple cards too, is conviction, that we are good enough and we're doing the exact job we came here to do. Yeah, and sometimes it's lonely standing out there by yourself, waving your flag and saying your stuff, and people are just like, they just don't get it at all. But we're just being asked to really step into it. So we also got, like I said, 2 Leo cards. Confidence is your key to success. So it's just like knowing who you are and your truth, and then just having the confidence to step up and start leading the way. And like people may not follow right away, and that's fine. You don't need them to follow right away. Um, you know, go to the beat of your own drum and just have that confidence and conviction that because you know who you are, right? And then I would say to that degree, if you're still um, having like conflict about who you are and what you're really about and what you stand for, that means that work still needs to be done. So don't give up. Keep doing the work. Which is funny because the next Leo card we got is don't let pride get in your way. Um, yeah, that I think just more is more. It's not so much about the pride piece, but it's just like don't let that other stuff get in your way. Like it's thwarting your progress. Like let's not do that anymore. It's like we really just have to be confident in ourselves and our abilities, um, and start moving forward. And you know, we'll see what happens. Like some people are gonna follow, some are not. Um, and it's just about not, I hate to say not caring anymore, but it is. We gotta just stop. We just gotta stop. We just gotta stop listening to others because it can no longer. Um, it can no longer impede our way. It's just time for us to get going. So yeah, really interesting. Okay, so we got the spiral dancer, which is circuitous route and perception. Again, this, but for me, this is always about the spiral of ascension, is that we just have to, we just have to keep on our path. Um, the perception part is not for us. It's like, yes, people are going to perceive us differently, and that's totally fine. But just, it's the spiral part. It's like, just keep going. Don't, like, we're getting this message loud and clear this week is we cannot stop now. Why would you stop now? We've come so far. And you need to believe in yourself because you made it to this point. So you are doing these things. Then we actually got 4 cards here. So we got the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humility, Conscious Action. Again, this conscious action thing's coming, and it's ungrounded action. It's like, it's really just saying, like, this is what we've been building up to. So it's time. It is just time to stand up and declare who you are. Um, and again, it's with no ego and with no I'm better than you because I am at this point of ascension and blah. It's not like that. It's like, this is who I am. This is what I believe. Would love to, have you along for the journey, but I also respect whatever it is that you believe. So we also got the Eagle King, the big picture. So again, continuing to look at like where we're headed and what we want to see, right? It also says on there angelic help. So it's again just the reminder we're not doing this alone. The angels have our back. It's going to be fine. Just just keep we just keep in the momentum of things and not give up. And then the last card we got is the Sacred Union, which is partnership or romance. So this could be like actual for someone, but I don't think that after the reading that I chose to do, which was representative of the masculine and feminine energies through the week, this is like letting us know that by the moon, we'll have a really good sense of integrating those two energies into one within ourselves. So just kind of be looking out for that. And that's a good place that you want to be. That's the goal is having equal balance of our masculine and feminine energies. And I also think that's like the key of what we're being asked to do moving ahead, because like I said, there's this kind of calling from Gaia to like be be close to home, like with her, and be in connection with her, because this next big shift is coming, and so we need to have our masculine and feminine energies balanced. Um, I know that's a tricky one because that is a concept. Um, like you may not actually physically feel that within your body, um, but that is sort of the goal that we're always working towards. So it's interesting that it feels like it's funny. Like I'm almost getting a picture of like this moon is like the marriage of those two energies finally connecting together. So it just might be interesting to see like how you feel that day, like what your mood is and if you feel balanced. And yeah. All right, let's have 3 of these action cards and then we'll leave it there. um, if you're watching this on Saturday, there should be a meditation coming up. There will be. And if you're just watching the weekly read, we'll end it there and then do the wrap up. Yeah. Okay, the action cards for this moon. Okay, good. Okay, so the first thing is clear your mind. So again, um, we just need to be in a space of like not bringing in the past, uh, being in the present moment, not necessarily looking too far into the future to the point that we're worrying about things. So just really sitting in a clear-minded space. Um, it's funny because this card is the Gemini quarter moon, and so we are in Gemini season. So it's just about really making sure that we've cleared our mind. Uh, Although at the same time, it's like reflect on your priorities. So that's not necessarily looking at the past, but this is a lot about um, again, it's the theme of the moon, right? The gift that we're being given is to create a beautiful world. And so it's this moon definitely then is about the action of how do we dream that world in and manifest it. So it is about, envisioning whatever we need to envision. So So definitely doing manifestation work on the moon night. We also got being open to change, which is the new moon in Aquarius. So um, Aquarian, again, this is our future thinking and big picture thinking. And then the last card we got, which is I think the most important, is because these action cards have all basically said, and then and this one says, speak your world into being. So it is like asking us full out, like that moon has, it must have high potential energies for manifestation. So make sure you're working on those manifestation pieces as part of your moon ritual ceremony, whatever you do, or just journaling, whatever you do for that day. But again, going back to the main theme is like it's what we want to create and how we create a more beautiful world, being in connection and grounded with Gaia and connection with nature. And then yeah, the manifestation pieces are really like I said, if you can't quite envision the world, um, something that you need from the world, then let's start working on a process of things we want to see for everyone, for the collective. So again, we go back to access to healthy, wholesome food all the time, clean drinking water for all, happy, connected communities. So yeah, it's awesome. This moon is, you know, it's refreshing. It's the change is coming. It's not. It's lightening in the energy, which is really nice. And it is just time for us to uh, be open to be open to new, all the new that's coming, but like really taking the time to free yourself of all those like thoughts of doubt in yourself and know that you're doing it, and then changing this into something joyful and exciting, this moving forward. um, we need to make life an adventure again, and we need to start enjoying it again, because that's just the better energy of love that we need to move into, to create and manifest this new earth in this new way. So all right, that is the moon read. There will be, if you're watching this on Saturday, like I said, a meditation will be coming up if you want to do that. And if you're just watching the week read, we are going to now sum up the week. All right, let's wrap up this week. It's been a week, woo! But I loved it. I loved this reading. It's yeah, it's I always find it interesting. Can't make it up, right? But ooh, okay, that's too many. That's too many cards. All right, by the end of the week, what are we looking at? So I didn't include Sunday on here. Definitely gonna try my best to do a holding space Sunday. Yeah, we'll just hopefully that'll come across. Okay, we got the Chariot for the end of the week. I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my good work in the world. Yeah, and the Chariot always represents like time to move forward, get going kind of thing. So it definitely is like at the beginning of the week, we had like a lot of self-doubt and still wondering if we were able to do this. But then really embodying, if we spent the week embodying, integrating this energy, balancing our masculine and feminine energies, by the end of the week, we definitely will be able to feel that big shift and change, and then understanding moving forward, it's time to go, like it's time to get things moving. All right, the next card we got, it's funny, every time I get this is revolution. We get this card, we've had it a few definite times. um to me, first of all, it's the pink, pink lotus, which is like love, moving into the new energy. I always like to read it as evolution, like that's where we're headed. Um, yeah, it's just time. We're moving into the new fully. And, we've got the definite moon there. So by Saturday, by that full moon, just really integrating the energy and the cycles and coming full evolution or revolution, right? Full circle. Here we go. All right. So let's do one portal card here, and that'll be the wrap up for the week. And I'm gonna go sit outside as I can. Okay, just we're gonna do two cards. As it was part of the moon, but we got the Hathor light codes again. That was in the moon reading. Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. The thing too is that with the Hathors is it's sort of like, without getting too in depth into the story, is it's kind of like that was they're originally us, like from the past, the ancient Egyptians, off-worlders, and that I feel like with the power recall by the end of the week, right? It's like that strength card coming back, remembering who we are, that we are galactic in nature, um, and that it's time to immerse ourselves in this new light and energy, because like, full system upgrade too. That's nice. I know a lot of us could use that. Some of us had some pretty wild body pains over the last couple of weeks. And we got the Toth light codes too. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. So yeah, good week. It's like it's all happening, and just, the bottom line though is have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. You are doing this and you are doing it just fine. If you're listening to things like this, um, like you're doing the work. You're all good. Um, and just, yeah, believe in yourself because you are enough and you are doing enough. And yeah, it's gonna do this shift as much as possible, like with or without us. Not without us. I don't mean it like that, but it's like it's gonna happen anyways. So you're already doing your work, like, and just it's almost like I'm really getting hammered just here and saying they're like, stop worrying so much. Like, just stop worrying so much. It's going to be fine. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. And as long as you're listening to your intuition when something comes in and asks you to do something, and then you follow through and do it, um, it's great. And like I said, I really feel the energy lightening up for this next, even the next few months through solstice and then into the summer. Um, and I just keep coming back to these words. It's time for us to create the magic around it again, but to be excited about it again and to make this an adventure because it is a great big adventure, our big adventure. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy more joy, more enjoyment, and always more love, right? Okay, that's it for the week. Uh, have a good one and take care of yourselves. And I do really, from the bottom of my heart, mean it that I love you